Tēnā koutou katoa, welcome to this week's video. A really important one because today we're focusing on the new Wellington College Digital Citizenship Responsible Use Agreement, and today I've got Alexi from the Student Council here. And Alexi, you've been involved in this process.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about the reason why Student Council and I guess school leadership thought that it was important for us to have an agreement about how we operate online.
Yeah, so definitely this year we've seen like a real shift to a lot of digital needs for what we're studying, especially with the lockdown. Like we really had to pivot pretty fast and suddenly just work online. And like even just last week I did my first ever trial for NZQA doing a digital exam. So we're definitely seeing that there's a lot of need to really be a bit digital savvy when we're working. So
I mean, there's a lot of positive things about being able to collaborate online. We also have problems, don't we? We also, we would be in denial if we didn't say there were times when things on Instagram and other things like that cause conflict, anxiety, where inappropriate things can happen. And sometimes the school gets involved with that stuff.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Like at the Student Council we were talking about how on Instagram a lot of students have like Dub C on their like bio, and that's just something that people might not think about, but actually you're representing the school. It does really follow you home. So.
And the well-being of all our people is really important. So the idea of this is to use the school values to frame up digital responsible use. So what's the process that we've been through that has got us to this point?
So first of all we had like a general discussion with the entire Student Council, and then from there like a subcommittee was formed of people that were particularly passionate and kind of motivated about making a difference in this kind of area. And then from there, so we took the original agreement and then we just reworked it to make it really digestible for people to be able to understand, because that's really important. You've got to be kind of have a bit of a comprehension about what you're actually signing, so there can be a bit of a difference made.
And even right at the very beginning of the year, we had workshops with the whole year level, didn't we? So we had all of year 11, all of year 12, all of year 13 having an hour with Mrs. Rules facilitating. So that was the start of the sort of big idea. So actually everyone has been involved in some way, and a similar workshop happened with staff at the beginning of the year. So we've all had some input into it. Okay, so from here today we have posted the agreement on the website, and next week it's going home with students, and the idea is that parents and students sit down and go through the things together. What's in it that you think you really need to highlight for the community today?
Well, I think first of all it's centred around the core values, which makes it quite easy for everyone to understand. What I think is really important is just being a bit more conscious when you're online, because your digital footprint follows you even after you leave school. So the stuff that you do now, it's going to follow you to that job that you might be applying for in 10, 20 years. So I think just having a bit more of an appreciation about what we post now is going to be there for some time.
I think that one good tip is imagine that your granny is seeing this. Like, if your granny saw you posting that photo or whatever, what would she think? Because once we press send, we do lose control of this, and suddenly those things can come back. And we live in a digital age. We want our people to be able to take advantage of the amazing collaborative resources and information that's there. We also want it to be a community building thing, not a community destroying thing, and that's really important.
I think the whole kind of purpose of this is to harness all the kind of positive stuff that we can from technology. And
sort of develop a set of values and skills that enable us to navigate it well.
Just like we would in real life, how we have like the core values to kind of guide us through what the kind of person that we want to be, and this is just kind of transferring it onto the digital sphere, I guess.
And sometimes I do wonder if we haven't sort of evolved yet. Like I look at social media and I think people definitely say things on social media, even people my age, which is very old. Even people at my age say things that I don't think we would say in person. Like, out there political opinions or, sort of content that I wouldn't just sort of say because I'd read your body language and I'd go, oh, wait a minute.
There's that whole thing of like context, and I think some kind of levels of stuff gets removed when you're online. Like you kind of may not think that it's really real. So I think
that's right. I think it's just me and a screen. It's just me and a screen, and actually it's the whole planet.
Exactly. That's really something that you don't necessarily think about.
Awesome. Hey, thank you, and to everyone else in the Student Council for your amazing work, and also Mrs. Rules, who's really had a vision for this. There's a connection with NetSafe that's been throughout this as well. So we're asking everybody to sit down over the next week or so, look at that agreement, sign it, discuss what it means, and then bring it back to us and to take things from there. Okay, thanks Alexi. Ka kite everyone. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.